man.
You really do.
Was it Fire Island or Fire?
Fire Festival with a Y.
Isn't he trying to do a second one?
Fire
Yes, he
Festival
is.
with a
What
fucking
the fuck,
Y.
man?
Yes, he is.
Are you
Fire
recording this?
Festival spelled with a fucking Y.
All right.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
It's like I told you.
Yeah, first you start with the trans shit. You can't figure out if a man or woman, and now you're spelling fire with a Y.
I mean, it's just like some more bullshit.
Right.
Games wanna be different.
Your brother, basement hard luck. Basement hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Your brother, basement hard luck. Basement hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck.
Good morning and welcome to the Hard Luck Show. I'm your certified host, Steve Lucky Luciano. Sitting across from me is my partner and co-host.
Chumahan Bowen, American Indian, Southern Californian, elegant barbarian, lawyer man.
And on sound, old Blue Eyes.
Already know Sean Lewis, certified audio professional engineer for the Hard Luck Show. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like that. Yeah. We got a Big Pig Mike in the house.
Big Mike.
Good morning, you animals. Welcome to the Hard Luck Show.
Yeah.
Salmon supporting on visuals.
Yeah.
Content.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yes.
Here we are. And fucking spelling fire with a Y.
What?
Spelling the word fire with a Y. You know what, man? Some word. Just right there already irks me a little bit.
Right.
Where are we at, fucking Chumahan, today?
Listen, man.
What are we're about to do a dig. Come on, talk to us.
Why are we
man.
having this podcast?
Oh,
We're having
man,
this
bro.
podcast. I'm going
We
to
got
tell
a surprise for you guys.
Right. Big motherfuckers like Big Lep walking in and tripping out. The thing of it is, dude, is that I was on like some kind of road trip and I heard something and I listened to it in my big Lux spidey sense went off. Like what I heard was so crazy that I was like, God damn it, I need to know what Big Lux thinks about this. This is Matthew Perry level, maybe. Like, we didn't even get through the intro of Matthew Perry before Big Pig Mike started having like a shattered soul. Yeah.
Toes off.
He was all mad.
Fuck, dude.
So this is the story. This is the follow-up. This is a podcast. All of this should piss you off. Fire with a Y. The podcast is called Forbidden Fruits, which means something weird to me. I don't know what they're trying to connote with that.
What is that?
What does that mean? Don't come in here. It's forbidden fruits. And some chicks, Blue Eyes, see if you can find out who these chicks are on the podcast, like in terms of
get us a little background. Yeah.
But these ladies have a podcast.
It's Julia Fox and Nikki Takesh.
Julia Fox. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Pull up Julia Fox so we can see what she looks like.
Let me
Make
She might be hot.
No, I'm just trying to see if she's the Julia Fox that was from the Julia Fox from News.
This one?
Click on it.
Images.
Click on one so I can see her face.
Wait, I don't know if this is the same chick that's from the podcast though, so I couldn't.
Oh.
No, but let me tell you something. These are like children.
Because Julia Fox was a big, like Fox Sports chick.
Nah, these are
Okay.
millennial, rich, like podcast chicks. They're like in the lane of like whatever Nicole Richie type chicks.
Okay.
But like New York Nicole Richie, like everything they talk has that like that vocal fry sound where they're like do you want that kind of talking where you kind of like makes you mad kind of.
Sure.
Right. So they're interviewing Billy McFarland, who, if you remember, was the guy.
She's not the chick. So.
He was the guy, right, that put together the shit show famously heard around the world, the skid mark of all skid marks, FYRE Festival. FYRE Festival.
Fire with a
Festival
Y.
with a Y. Meaning, why did you give your money to this idiot? And,
they did a whole documentary on this.
All right, and it was a great documentary. And we watched it and we laughed, and there was rich people crying about tuna sandwiches in a wet tent. They paid like $80,000 for a that Big Mike, who's been in the struggle, laughs at that. He
Mosquitoes.
thinks right.
All that shit, man. They're
chubby, rich kids from like Long Neck, New York, calling their parents like, it's an emergency.
And you can tell, dude, that's the funny part about it, is that they're all a bunch of fucking rich Chet and Chad and Kip.
Right. The kind of
right. Crystal.
The kind of right.
Debutante from Texas.
Apple. Right.
Yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah.
Right. Raiden.
Right. Raiden.
Right. Odin. Odoronki. Right. Like all those weird names.
Odin, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
There's
mud all over my feet.
They said it was a private beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 miles away from the beach. We had to ride a school bus. These are the same idiots who bought into his first scam, right?
Yeah.
Billy McFarland put together a first scam. It was called something like Magnesis. And it was a black card for idiots, right? Like American Express black card. And with this black card, you were supposed to be able to get into like, Lucci events downtown, like.
Lucci?
Yeah, the upper, like, I'm at the penthouse with fucking Jay-Z right now. We've got fucking plush pillows and a bunch of ganja. Come through. Like that kind of shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And so all these rich kids got their parents to buy. Dude cleared millions and you couldn't do shit with it. It was like an idiot. Anyway. So he puts together, right, the FYRE app, which the idea is kind of decent, which is I make an app. And he's one of these tech bros. Go ahead.
Anyway, he also claimed that he started some software in, I think it was 8th or 9th grade or something crazy, junior high, and sold it. Right?
Right. The Oregon Trail. He invented that.
Right.
He claimed.
It's some shit. And it was Facebook, pre-Facebook, and he did it in like junior high.
That's right.
And by the way, they made me take it down, but I sold it.
Oh.
Right? And I remember at the end of the documentary or something, it talks about how like they investigated and there was never any kind of, that shit's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, kid was a con man straight from the gate.
From the gate.
Just a little...
Born in his blood.
It's one of these tech bros that doesn't really know tech, right? Like he watched Silicon Valley and he picked up some of the word salad shit and he's like, yo, bro, I'm a disruptor. What we're going to do, dude, is we're just going to like disrupt and unite and equalize the space. And it's only going to cost $100. And then tries to go to India to get people that like actually can code to do it. And then it exploded in his face while he was on a quad. Anyway, the point of the matter is so we heard all about it. We laughed all about it, but turns out he defrauded everybody and the SEC came down on him. He had to do time.
Yep.
So now he considers himself to have entered the ranks of the people from the inside.
Yeah.
Did some hard time and he a little bit of good behavior. Look at big
he thinks he's a fucking tough guy now.
Oh, he's gritty now. Edgy.
Now he's a convict.
Oh, he's edgy.
We're going to see about that. Huh?
So go ahead. Why don't you start around the 2 minute mark?
Sure.
Okay. This kind of like
when I start flagging my arms, you turn that shit off because that means I'm getting real frustrated.
And what I want to get from you, just as an overview, right? Big Lux is I want to get number one. Did Billy McFarland learn his lesson?
You want to get that?
I want to get, is this guy even close to being a tough guy?
Okay.
And I want to get, are the questions that the ladies asking
relevant,
sensitive, or relevant, or on some level like approaching the subject matter properly? And then any other ancillary stuff. If we need to get to the solitary confinement, guy does solitary.
We'll get there.
All right, go ahead, please, sir.
All right.
August 30th. So yeah, a handful of months.
Yeah. Okay. How does it feel?
Wild.
What was the first thing you did when you got out?
I wanted to go swimming so badly.
Really?
So I went wake surfing for the first time, which is amazing.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from New Jersey, like
okay.
40 minutes outside the city.
Is that
What's
where you
your
live?
sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay, stop.
Sagittarius.
I like the question.
We have a lot.
Stop. I mean, even he floundered. Even he clowned her on that. That's how retarded. Or excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Take that out. Start that over. Strike. Even he clowned her. I mean,
He was.
are you? He said, "Where'd he go?" Good question. You know?
Developmentally challenged. Even
What
he thought
sign are you? Who's asking questions?
If
She jumped right in. They just started firing him off. Dumb question after dumb. Right?
well, the part that struck me was like,
How do you feel? What's on you?
how you living? First thing, it was wild. I went out and I wanted to go wakeboarding. First time, it was amazing. Wakeboarding.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, wakeboarding where Robert Kraft was getting his fucking.
I want to eat a fat steak, go to the strip club, do a mountain of cocaine,
I went wakeboarding. It was amazing. It's crazy, right? It's
and
crazy.
drink a bunch of Zimas.
Dude, if I hear people talk like
That's
Bartles
what he
and
did,
James.
which is fine, but like
Right.
keep that shit real.
Yeah, White Claw motherfucker.
No, I wanted to go. I told them drive me straight to the ocean. And pick me up. I've never done the fucking wakeboarding, but grab me one of those on the way.
It's amazing, right? All right, go ahead, please.
I'll fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So where do you live these days?
I'm in Bed-Stuy right now.
Okay.
Living here in a couple weeks.
No, meanwhile, this guy's doing all this
I paid my-
wakeboarding shit in the dead of winter. Oh yeah, I just wanted to go swimming in fucking
Bed-Stuy.
negative 40 degrees. Fucking, if I can bust through the ice patch. What a fucking idiot. All right, come on.
Please.
My dude's in Brooklyn. Like,
Right.
Let's go.
You know what I'm
right.
saying though? Hold
How
on a
are
second.
you,
Hold on
like,
one second.
managing-
Hold on a second. You know who does that?
Who?
I'm just gonna put it in perspective.
Who jumps in cold water?
If you had a guy like Tommy Kern, like a fucking world champion, Kelly Slater, that went to prison for some shit.
Right.
And then they got out, and you're like, dude, this is what this guy's done with his life.
Right.
Bro. He's about, like,
Yes.
Kelly Slater, what's the first thing you did? You made some mistakes. What's the first thing? Oh, man, I had to serve. I brought my board, man. I had to go into the water. You would hear that, and it would make total sense.
You know what?
Right or wrong?
You're 100% right. Not only that, those motherfuckers would surf. They wouldn't wakeboard.
Well,
Think about that. This is the first time in history anybody did time and what they wanted to do was wakeboard. That means he can't swim.
That means he's full of shit, is what it means.
Right.
The story doesn't even it doesn't even meet the bar of reality. It fell short just hearing. It's a lie. Why? So he's lying off the gate because that's bullshit. All of us in here know. That's why we're making fun of him laughing. Like, oh yeah, I want to go. Wow. Now, but it would be if you're a motherfucker not like us and like Kelly Slater, then you'd be like, God damn, that's a god, the god of water, a
Right,
beach, you know?
exactly, right.
That's why it's so like over the top. Like, oh, I wanted to be in the ocean, man. I need it. Fuck out of here, man. What kind of shit are you reading?
He didn't even want to be in it. He wanted to wakeboard.
What's this dude's name again? Ricky Rascal.
First thing you want to do is get wet.
Ricky Rascal.
Ricky
What's this
Rascal.
fucking guy's name again?
Ricky Asshole. His name.
Ricky Asshole.
No,
Get this
Billy
right.
asshole.
Billy McFarland.
Yeah, McFarland, man. I hope you watch this. Fucking clown. Come over here. Are you coming to my show? I promise you'll be safe.
Oh,
Come over
yeah.
here, man. Sit down on this couch and tell me that story.
Bring your weight.
That shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten to this.
We have
so-
barely even gotten to
Okay.
anything.
This guy, man. Let's go
I
ahead,
just
bro.
knew the tone of voice of this whole podcast would be a pop lick.
I mean, man, this guy reading notes off of his phone to answer the questions or what? Go ahead.
I just had to feel the sand between my toes.
Like, how are you making money? How are you paying rent? Like, because from my understanding, everything that you make has to go towards the $26 million you owe in restitution, which is a lot of
Yeah,
money.
so I owe a ton of money and basically a percentage of anything I do. Like,
It's a percentage.
yeah, it goes back to that. Doing a lot, like getting back to tech and just like programming again for the first time in a while and just trying to build cool shit that I think a lot of people one day might use.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of media stuff. So filming a TV show and the super annoying production companies here, but not filming.
Hey.
So yeah, they're on
Oh,
my
I like
ass.
your FYRE
Yeah, just getting back at it and like it's super early.
Okay, so
have a
yeah.
small
So-
team and like
Okay, so go to go to about 3:59 or 4 minutes. I think it might be better. But okay, so you get the cadence, you get what he's talking about. Guy sounds like he's full of shit, right? Like that, the cadence of his voice, right? Right? When I hear that, I already know he's a liar. like a pathological liar. All right. Now he's saying in this part, he talks about what different prisons he likes.
And so, like, of course, I got in trouble there. And then as I got to the tougher
What did you get in
prisons,
trouble for?
I had a USB device at that jail.
Yeah, can you tell us about that? What was this thing you got in trouble for? Recording device?
Yeah, I'm so bad. So, had a USB device at the first jail.
Stop. Didn't I just say I'm so bad?
Yeah. Oh, he's really contrite, huh? I'm so bad.
I might just get up and fucking punch this dude. I'm feeling you say something like that. Wow, man. I just want to say, this guy's at the level of detachment, disconnection from fucking reality, like the guy that was doing, what was the ones where our friend got a hold of him in the house with the girls gone.
Oh, right. Oh, the author.
The main,
Riley.
yeah.
Riley.
Right.
But Joe Francis.
Joe Francis. You want to know something, man? I hope this guy's listening.
Yeah.
Brother, you got it like Joe Francis. You're so deep in your own delusional shit that you don't even know it, man. Like, you're lost. This guy hasn't learned shit. Let's keep on going.
But he's like an easy bake oven, Joe Francis. Like Joe Francis lame. Like Joe Francis,
dude, like,
right? Like he's
totally, man.
Right.
When nobody's looking, the shit he's doing,
yeah,
is sideways ass shit. That's what I'm saying.
This guy almost makes me think that something bad happened to him, like he was born with his penis on his hip or something. Like it's like real fucked up. Like he sits on his dick every time or whatever. Something's wrong with him.
Yeah, and this from gathering what I'm gathering right now.
Yeah,
this guy hasn't changed one bit.
Zero.
He's been figuring out how he can come up with the next fucking
go.
And
to do what?
I was trying to record a book, like transcribe a book on it. It was like a recording USB thing.
Oh.
And I was doing a bunch of
How
shit
did you
there,
get it in? A friend brought it in.
Up your ass?
The first jail was so open, we didn't need to do that yet, but we'll get there. so I kept getting in trouble and getting sent to worse and worse places. But yeah, it all started with the USB device.
I could see you like just being the type of like kind of like a Martha Stewart. Like she went to prison and then she was like doing crafts with all the inmates. Like I feel like you're the type to like round everyone up and like you're very charming, you're very charismatic, which, is also manipulative. And I could see, it's okay, I am guilty of that too. We all are. But like I could see you definitely.
What's that laugh that people are like, what is that? What kind of a laughing is that? It's like a inhale weird laugh.
I feel like you're the type to like round everyone up and like you're very charming, you're very charismatic, which, is also manipulative. And I could see, it's okay, I am guilty of that too. We all are.
It's so weird, man.
I don't know what that is. Like,
what is that?
It's vanity, man. Fucking straight up, I'm impressed with myself.
Is it like a
fucking
like
fake ass shit.
Is it like a Barbara Stanwyck or a?
Yeah. It's like some kind of a weird affectation.
Katharine Hepburn.
You have to learn that. You don't do that normally.
No, that's like them playing some real dramatic part, and they're doing that shit. But these people have now incorporated it into their life.
Right. And they're asking him, and they're like, oh, and see, I think people got really, first of all, Martha Stewart fucked up prison in a way that now all these wealthy white people think they can do time. Because Martha Stewart did time. Mm-hmm. And they heard funny stories about Martha Stewart doing time. They were like, oh, she was, knitting and crocheting. And I might on my phone, yeah. And so, there's all that. And now Billy McFarland and now all these rich chicks in New York, right? Society chicks are like, I feel like you're like a Martha Stewart. Like you might be like, knitting like dildo.
New York infatuated with having somebody out. No.
Did you make like a prison spread?
That's their way. That's New. That's like trying to be like New York high society, getting contact with somebody who's done prison time.
Right.
Right. That's what they're shooting, and they have It's just so whack. I don't
I'm
know
thinking
if
about getting a prison name. Like, what would be my prison name? What sign are you? What sign are
Who
you?
are these girls sound? So,
All right.
What was your last 3?
can you imagine?
No, I can't.
Imagine listening to that shit every day.
Who's listening to that podcast? This is what
Imagine being lit one
But like, I could see you definitely like rounding up the inmates and like starting some kind of like hustle,
Yeah.
side hustle.
Mike,
what
the
was that?
situation said you were really shy.
Like, I just didn't really like that jail. And there was like 90 guys. And it was mostly like, you know, more of like financial assholes from New
So
York.
it was like a
What
lot
do
of
you-
white guys.
lot
It
of
sounds
white
like you
guys.
would love that because you could
Financial
scam them. They have
asshole.
money.
Well, I wasn't trying to scam anybody, but like I liked like they were making like toilet wine, like you know people were just like doing cooler shit. Like I just had more fun at the more real,
With the hood-
you know,
with-
fun's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
With your hood rat friends. I see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see.
It's just like a
Totally.
cooler, like if I'm in this, I want to do it for real, and not like not
Yeah,
play
yeah.
bocce with like some 7-year-old guy. I want to go in,
Not
like,
bocce.
drink some toilet wine. with the guy.
Stop. Do you understand what this character is saying? He wasn't doing the real time. When he went to the other prison with the financial assholes, that's when he was doing the real time. And then the girls were like, you're with your hood rat friends, right? Really think about that. I wanted it to be real. I don't want to say it was fun, but it was kind of fun. I was drinking toilet wine. Man, dude.
This guy.
He probably wasn't asked, who does he belong? Like, they probably didn't do it. Like, when they did the intake on this idiot, they didn't say, like, okay, right? Which gang do you, which group do you belong to? Where are you going?
Let me tell you.
He didn't ride in any car.
Let me tell you something. Guys like this come out and talk and have whatever they're saying, whatever he's saying. I can give you a 99.9% assurance. Now, this guy, either one, kept to himself, low profile, wasn't friends with nobody, was a loner or with the lames in the corner, keeping his mouth shut and staring at the floor the whole fucking 4 or 5 years. Right?
Yeah.
Or somebody put their arm around this punk so quickly, man, that, you know, and no, you know, that didn't even happen because he wouldn't be talking like he is. And wait, it's either that, like I said, or he was in some kind of fucking PC yard where he was never in, he wasn't really running around with those guys.
Toilet wine.
Guys on a level 2, they're not even making, he heard about stories of that. He probably didn't even experience it, man.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
He living in a dorm.
Toilet. All the
In a
time.
dorm. He probably never saw a cell. Full of shit, man.
I never heard one time you, a big Lep, or anybody talk about toilet wine. Never said it like that. Never came in and said, I gotta go to toilet.
You know what
I bet he.
what is crazy is, like, first off, we're not making no wine in the toilet. So what kind of shit is that anyways? Like, we don't make wine in the toilet. So what is he talking about? Toilet wine. That's like, he's an idiot. This guy's literally an idiot, you know? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna make some shit in the toilet and then we're all gonna drink it.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Toilet wine.
Right.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Maybe that's what the white guys are doing. Because they can't figure out how to make the real shit. So they're like making some shit in the toilet.
Right.
And they're coming out crazier than when they went in.
I mean, because you and Big Lep talk about making the kind of like distilling shit to the point where like some
Motherfuckers
people
that
weren't even
Everclear.
allowed to buy the fucking shit because they went too crazy when they drank the shit.
Yeah. But nobody's using anything.
Toilet wine.
I'm got a moron.
Fucking
I
son
hope
of,
the guy somehow stumbles across.
I think he's the son of Bartles and James. Go ahead, please.
Solitary.
I did 10 months, 7 months straight for trying to do a podcast, and that was a really dumb idea.
Should do a podcast in jail?
Yeah, they
Like,
basically had these
Stop.
payphones.
For one, nobody knows if this guy, what he got in trouble for. Nobody knows if he ever got into trouble. Nobody knows any of this, okay? But what he's claiming each time, you hear what he's claiming. I'm trying to write a book. Now I'm trying to do a podcast. This guy's in there trying to make $1 and $1 off of being in prison. Why he's in prison? Just anything. That's how his mind works. It's like Everything's a come up. This guy's full of shit.
Hey,
What are you doing? Thinking you're going into prison and now you're going to start a podcast. You're going to write a book. You're going to record. Like, what are you thinking, bro? Like, what the fuck? That's how fucked up his head is.
This is the kind of guy where if he got beat up by, and this is just Chumahan saying, I'm saying theoretically, but this is the kind of guy that if he got beat up by prison guards, there wouldn't be any hunger strike for that. Everybody would think he got what was coming to him. Because he's over there playing fucking games when they slapped him on the wrist for stealing $26 million. And dude, while he was on bail for that case that he's in prison for now, while he was on bail,
he ran another Ponzi scheme.
not only did he run another Ponzi scheme, but he used the exact same people's information that he stole from on the FYRE app and the FYRE festival.
Okay, so break it down real quick.
Yeah.
Let's back up a minute.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about what he did.
Okay.
And what he really did. He promised everybody. Well, he started by do we start with the software?
Yeah, so this app, the FYRE app, the concept makes kind of sense, right? You can book a celebrity through the FYRE app. You don't need to go through their manager. So if Ja Rule wants to accept $50,000 to come to your birthday party and sit on your face, no problem. And they get.
And by the way, Ja Rule was co-signing some shit.
Oh, he was involved. Absolutely. He was his partner in the FYRE. But okay. And you also got to remember that this was kind of also at a time when people weren't looking too closely at guys like this. Because you might miss out on the next fucking Facebook. You might miss out on the next fucking Instagram, all that shit.
So much shit popping up that if you started bubbling, there was a good chance you were going to pop.
Right. So he was running around. Now, he got investors, meaning he sold investments to people. And he sold these investments, millions of investments. Okay. And he used fake documents. He made fake certificates that he owned like 250,000 shares of Facebook back when it was worth nothing, right? I mean, he was showing.
Wait a minute, man. And this guy was just creating fake documents?
Yeah, he did.
Change up the numbers.
That's why he went away. That's the real reason why he went away. He went away because they had him red-handed with falsified documents related to millions of dollars of investment. That's the real reason. And he had to, I think he might have even pled it out because I don't think this thing went to trial.
Right.
They had him dead to rights. It was just a matter of time. And so now he goes there and he invents this story about solitary confinement and hiding USB recorders up his ass and drinking toilet wine, trying to do a podcast.
So when he gets busted for this, he gets out on bail.
Yeah.
Probably got bail because he didn't have a prior record like that.
Right.
So
and
he
it
got
wasn't
bail.
a violent felony.
So he gets out on bail, and he sold fake tickets to the Emmys or the red carpet events, right?
Right. So he goes and so he already knows that his name is Mud, right? Anyone sees Billy McFarland connected to tickets, they're going to run for the hills.
Right.
So he gets his buddy Joseph something or other. Different face, right? But he's pulling the strings from behind the scenes and he says, here's all the emails for the idiots I stole the money from. Right? And he goes, it's a new thing. We're going to be like StubHub or something, but like StubHub for the rich. And what we're going to do is we're going to get people tickets to behind, special parties at the Grammys, behind the scenes. They can sit behind the scenes at the Grammys. All this shit, right? Mm-hmm. To the point, and the feds got all of this. They know he's doing this. They got it dead to rights. He doubled his time or something like that because he's fucking around. And some lady paid $20,000 to be able to go behind where the artists are at the Grammys. They showed up. She rented a fucking hotel room. She flew to New York. And when she went to will call, they were like, yeah, we never heard of you. What do you mean? She's like, no, I paid $20,000 for premium tickets. And they're like, yeah, what's your name? No. They're like, yeah, no, we can't help you. Total fraud. He made $100,000 in 10 days.
Wow.
I mean, that beats King Salmon's financial scheme, right? Subscription, whatever. Anyway, go ahead, please. Carry on.
You can get these 15-minute phone calls on, and you get a certain
you weren't
number
allowed
of
to do that.
calls. There's no rule against it, and that really pissed them off even more. It's like, you didn't really break the rules, and now we don't know what to do, so it's like, fuck you. Like, we're just
I feel
gonna throw
like
you
that's
away.
just kind of who you are. Like, what were you like as a kid?
Just like always trying to break things, right? And
Right.
Like, I'm like a super nerd, so I like love technology and started programming super young.
Yeah.
And like when I was like 12 and couldn't leave my house without my parents, like I would just use programming to try to break the rules and see what I can pull off.
Stop.
How old are you?
Fuck that guy. Fuck Billy McFarland and fuck him in his face because he is trying to sound like somebody that really did some shit in tech. Because they're like, well, what were you like? And he's like, all he knows is that if you say, oh, I broke shit, broke the rules, and I programmed. If you just say that to normal idiots, they'll hand you their money. He's figured that out. Because nobody knows how this shit really works, right? Crypto, whatever. Nobody knows. But all they know is that in the press, they heard people like, move fast and break things. That's what I do. I disrupt programming. And then boom. And that's what he's saying. There's zero depth, zero specificity, zero. It doesn't make sense. Go.
31 now.
Okay, so we're like about the same age.
Yeah.
Sucks, right?
No,
I love it.
30s are great.
Yeah, 30s are
You should be
great.
stoked. You're out of jail.
I missed half my 20s in jail, so it's like, fuck. Like,
They suck
the same
anyway.
way, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you
No,
didn't miss much.
Yeah.
I want to know how you were able to fundraise so many millions from so many people. Like, what is your trick? Like, I don't know how to do
he's
that.
white. He's well-spoken. He's handsome.
But what was your
if
spiel?
he came to me trying to pitch something, I'd be like, okay, like, let's see what it is. You know what I mean?
We'll talk after. I'm just kidding.
That FYRE I mean, the FYRE app was actually a really good idea. And it obviously all went to shit once you decided to make a festival out of it. But like the app FYRE, for people that don't know, like before it was a festival, it was just an app that you can like essentially just book talent directly on. Like if you want Ja Rule to perform at your party or whoever, like, it was just kind of like a Uber for performers.
Which is brilliant.
Really smart.
Yeah,
and
because
you
you're
could have gone really
cutting
far.
out. Yeah.
Go ahead, Big Mike. You're about to fucking cut the microphone in your headphones with a samurai sword.
Nah. They just suck cock. That's all they do. Boy. Fucking all bullshit trying to sound smart. Just suck a cock already. Fuck. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking hoes talking like that shit. Oh, you're impressed at. Wow. They fucking suck it. Get it over with. God damn it. They talk this talk. Fuck that shit. God damn it. I'm just fucking straight be honest, man. Fuck this.
I think you need to go to one of those sensory deprivation.
Yeah, boy.
Why don't they just suck cock? Why don't they suck my cock? Fuck that shit. Talking like that. It's making me hard.
Give a shit, man. It's like, fuck. Oh, yeah, man. You're fucking.
But then what happened? You decided to do a promotional thing for it.
No room.
And he spent
FYRE
all the money
Festival.
on the fucking,
Yeah,
on the
nice.
influencers. Okay, so who was there again out of the influencers?
Kendall Jenner,
Okay.
Bella Hadid, M. Rada, Hailey Bieber, Chanel Iman. You had everybody. How much did you pay them?
I just like have no idea. Everything was like, it's like everybody thinks I'm this like financial like scammer where I'm sitting in the back room like lying about things. I think I had like 7 or 8 bank accounts that no fewer than 20 people had access to. For like the 6 months prior to the festival, I never had my own credit or debit card. Like some member of the team like always had it. I never had any of my own money. I'd have to like call someone, hey, like wire this guy so he can give me some cash or something. So like I was a total mess. Everything was all just like commingled and just all happening at once. And I had like zero financial like controls.
Those girls are expensive. Like I know Kendall got.
Stop. Do you hear that? Horseshit. I really.
That just guy tried to just blame it on everything else and everybody else. I didn't even know what was going on.
I was just
I had
like,
no access to
You know who you owe money to. Get the fuck
I had to
out.
ask a guy to wire.
he actually said that. Did you hear that?
Lie, dude.
I had to make a call.
I had to get money wired when I needed it to me.
I didn't even have access to the
Let me
money.
get, let me get $1,500. Hey, let me get $1,500 real quick. I gotta rent a car and get a hotel room.
Hey, Bella Hadid is here. Wire $500,000 into her account, or she's not going to get on the super yacht right now.
Yeah, can you send me $500? Because I've got to pay. I gotta get a rental.
Man, I almost feel sorry for him. The way he's talking, it's almost like he got taken. Maybe he's the victim.
He actually works for the main guys. He's a peon, right? Right?
They took advantage of him.
I'm the
It was like
driver. I'm the driver.
I'm an unsophisticated.
I'm a patsy.
I'm just the face. I'm the front man. I had to call Billy to call Paul. I don't even know.
Just the messenger, man. I had no real control.
I had no control.
I was like the face, man. I'm the tall guy you're interviewing here.
I didn't even have none of the accounts were in my name.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Minimum 20 people are on that account.
I never deposited more than $10,000.
So it didn't take you guys fucking 600 years to investigate that, right?
Shit.
Right.
Here's 20 names. You spend the next 20 years trying to fucking track that down, right?
Right.
About $250K for her post. I don't know if that's
Wait, stop right
her
there.
Appearance fee.
Did you hear that? Kendall Jenner gets $250,000 for posting on Instagram your shit.
Wrong business.
Go.
for the video, but those girls aren't cheap. So that must have been multiple millions.
So like everything just happened so fast.
You don't remember.
Like, I
Who's
remember
the nicest?
remember.
Who did you
It
click
happened
with
so
the
fast, you
most
don't
out of the
remember.
influence?
No. It ain't that. I just had no control. There were so many people. Everybody's hands were in the cookie
It's
jar.
just streaks of colors.
They finally pushed me out.
It was like musical
I had
chairs.
to get money wired.
I was left holding the bag.
Hey, man.
Come on.
I think like the most charismatic by far was Bella, and you can like see why she's just done so well. And
Yes,
she made
she's a good girl.
everybody there seem like $1 million down from like, the guy driving the boats to the bartender to,
She's kind.
the
We
person
love
cutting
her.
the
She's
checks.
warm
Like,
and kind.
Everybody was like,
Yeah.
it's like drawn to
Legend.
her, and like it was super cool to see like
Yeah.
how she worked the room. That was awesome.
Wow.
What was Kendall like?
It was more of like a transactional like
Yeah,
kind of thing.
work.
So like, yeah. So like the rest of the group that you mentioned spent at least like a weekend there. Some of them came a couple of times, but like at least spent a few days, and we did the whole
stop
experience.
real quick.
But it was like,
What time are we at on this?
Hey, can I have a couple lifesavers? Is that okay? Thanks,
Yeah, I
brother.
guess I got it all the way to 9:20 because I think there's another point that gets good. So just let it roll.
Here, brother.
picking up small planes that shouldn't be allowed to fly, or like
Right.
diving with crazy sharks. Like we went for it, and I think like the kind of the danger there brought everybody together in a really cool way.
All that footage is like in the documentary. Like it's kind of crazy because you had people rolling, like whoever was making the promotional video, like they were like, just roll on everything, like BTS. So now like that turned to amazing documentary footage
Wow.
because it's just like the mess of Fire Festival.
Yeah.
And you just see the whole thing of like, I mean, there was people literally warning you, like, can't have X amount of people on this island.
Okay. Do you understand that do you remember what happened? Like at first he was on one island, right? That was owned or later, right? Who was an associate or worked or did something with Pablo Escobar.
He did all his airplanes flying.
Right.
Flying is dope.
So what happens is Billy McFarland, like 2 years before Firefest, is like, goes to that island with Ja Rule and convinces them, like, let's have it here. And they had a private beat. They had all the shit that they said they were supposed to have.
Carlos Lader's ex-island. Yes.
Right. And I don't know who lives there, but they're all aware, right?
There's a whole community living on that.
And I was listening to this podcast from one of the guys that was working for him during the thing. All right. And then, so the guy says, and he's from that whole area and he's got an accent, but he's like the main cameraman or something. I don't know if it is Billy McFarland, right? 4 months before the festival's supposed to happen on this private island with access to the private beach and the villas and all this other shit, Billy McFarland puts up a post and says that on Pablo Escobar's island. And the dude told him, he's like, yo, bro, you can't say that because it's not. And the people that live here aren't going to like that. And he's like, Americans love Pablo Escobar. Coke, man. Americans love Coke. So then they put it up and the people on the island shut it down. That's why he had to go to another island.
Yeah, they were just, think about that. Your big fat mouth fucked up everything.
And not only that, that's why they were 7 miles away when they landed. They were 7 miles away from the beach, right? And it wasn't private. And they had to rent out.
Well, he went to some other island. And also what? He posted something?
Yeah.
And somebody Google mapped it or something?
So what happened was Comcast. So he tried to get Comcast to invest in it because he was running out of money. Just to give everybody, it's funny the rich kids that paid and all that other stuff, it's funny. But there's also construction workers in the Bahamas that are owed $40,000 and they have 7 kids and he never paid them. And they almost lost their home and everything. So for every rich person that was dumb, the rich kid, there's probably a ton of working people in the Bahamas, outside the Bahamas, that never got paid, and they advanced a ton of their own cash to make shit happen. And he kept telling everybody, oh, don't worry, check's in the mail, it's coming. But they were down in the fucking Bahamas, so they're like, well, you know how it is. And then, like, at some point, it just wasn't coming in. Some of them discovered that the wire transfer that he was showing people was also fraudulent. Damn. Fake wire transfers. And now it's a big joke to him. So that's just to add some reality to the issue. But yeah, so they went to that other island and he asked for Comcast to invest more money. Comcast has a guy whose whole job it is to investigate these investments to see. He goes there and he figures out that they're claiming is an island is like 2 Google Maps superimposed, and they highlighted with a marker a certain area to make it look like an island, but actually it was the tip of a much larger thing, and it wasn't the entire private island like they had said before. Total scam. And this guy said FYRE is a fraud on Instagram. He created a fake account. FYRE is a fraud, put up all the evidence, told Comcast, do not invest in this. This is a shit show, I promise. And then he started all of that, and Comcast declined to invest because they said their due diligence turned up that this is not a good investment. And that's how it started online. And people don't remember, but there was that orange icon, and this Billy McFarland had Kendall Jenner and all these other fuckers, right, coordinate post that icon with no explanation at the same time. And everyone was, oh, it's how I... And then he showed that video of him with the fucking models swimming with the sharks and like, your own fucking, and like, you know, all the shade grown fair trade fucking fruit that he was eating and fucking, you know, and all that great fucking rum. And then, you know, everybody's like, yeah, blah, blah. Like, it was going to be one of those. It was going to look like a Sting video. And everybody was invited. All right, go ahead. Oh, go to the part where he says that he's going to fight Ja Rule.
Okay.
9:30 through 10.
Oh, let me hear that.
Crazy.
What's your relationship like with Ja Rule today?
Well, I called him out to a charity MMA fight. And
for you to fight him?
Yeah, and he's been ducking me. So if you guys can put
that
the
would be
pressure on
good.
him. It's
I
like,
would
listen,
love a
we owe
fight.
the Bahamas a couple of dollars. And
Not the Bahamas. Leave those poor people alone.
Well, they owe them money.
We owe
They
them
could do
money.
a fight
Listen,
and get
like,
money and give it to them.
the people who want us to fight
I
are
would
willing
pay
to
to
pay.
see that.
They're willing to
Okay.
pay them off in full for one fight. So it's like, I did 4 years in jail. You can put one night on the line to pay everybody
Oh, come
back.
on, Ja Rule. You have
it's
to
one
do
time.
Do you think
this.
you beat him?
I think so. He's a quitter. Like, he's way better athlete than me. So it's like-
Sure.
Is he a
He's short.
quitter or does he just
a
know, like,
He's a quitter.
he's a quitter?
Stop.
Wow.
That's some major shit, bro. Wow. He's a quitter. I did 4 years in Stony Lonesome. Least he could do was meet me in the back alley one night.
That toilet wine made me tough.
He's ducking me and he's a quitter. I mean, listen, man, to you know, say what you want about Ja Rule and that record label or whoever. Listen, man, that motherfucking dude was fucking selling fucking albums, bro. I mean, that kid went and toured the fucking world, sold the albums, did all the shit. And this fucking lying, cheating, stealing fucking
Worm.
piece of garbage.
Yeah.
How it has the audacity to call somebody like that a quitter.
That's true.
He got that.
Say what you want, but Ja Rule was on fucking J-Lo's albums, motherfucker. What have you done?
Ashanti.
What have you done?
He's a quitter.
Fucking dude.
It's crazy.
But they said he was real small. They're like, yeah, he's tiny. Is he tiny, dude? Dude, I would pay to watch that.
That guy's been working out.
It's true. He's an athlete. That is true. Billy McFarland, though, he wakeboards. That's pretty tough. It's cold. Go to. Okay, let me ask you guys. Okay, I got something about the suck dick. Do you guys remember that? Where you do, Big Pig Mike? You remember about sucking dick?
Oh yeah, totally.
No. Do you remember the water thing where the water got locked up in customs in the Bahamas because he didn't pay?
Oh shit.
And he had like a bicurious or something manager or somebody that was working with him who's offered to suck the dude's dick, the customs guy's dick, to release the water.
Wow.
Do you want to hear that? We've got, what did his parents think of him?
What does parents think about?
Yeah. Okay, go to 1530-ish. Please.
I have like, corporate jobs. They're working 80 hours a week, and then like we meet, get some propeller plane from New York, and like, where the fuck are we going?
You're not jumping out of airplanes, but you are doing the equivalent of that in
more like
your
an
realm.
entrepreneurial aspect. But yeah.
And what do your parents think? Like, do your parents have money, by the way? Did you grow up with money?
They're like middle class, like, regular.
What are their professions, if you don't mind me asking?
Real estate developers, but they're small. They're not like Manhattan
right.
people.
So
like
they do like residential places or okay.
A little bit of both, but yeah.
Okay.
They're pissed.
And what do they like think right now of you?
I'm an idiot. Like,
really?
I think like it's super embarrassing to have like your child.
They're in residential development
and commercial. The real estate developers, not big.
Okay. Let me just clue you people in.
Yeah.
On when they say, how your family, where'd you come from? Did they have money? Like, well, and this guy goes, oh, they're middle. When they're talking, these people, that means, we're middle millionaires.
Right.
We're middle millionaires.
Right.
We got like fucking 20 mil, 10 mil.
Right.
We're middle millionaires. That's what, they're not even talking about middle class.
No, they're not talking about 65,000.
Families are developing fucking neighborhoods with KB homes.
Right.
You know what kind of money that takes? That takes millions. That doesn't take $5 million. You ain't fucking in the development. You're not in the development game with $10 million, to be honest with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like, you're in the game. So they're just mid-millionaires.
Middle class.
Yeah, mid. Papa's bringing home a couple $100 million a year.
Right. Right. We had to winter in Jackson Hole. We didn't winter in Sweden.
You know what? This is getting to be, this is more than just about this dude.
You're right.
It's about these chicks as well.
Yes.
And it's about the whole little, what do they call nucleus?
Microcosm. Like the little world. Yeah.
Like, I'd like to find out, I bet you these girls are rich girls. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we did
a dive on who their parents are, who that.
We wouldn't be talking as much shit, I'll tell you that right now. We'd be like, hey, where's the private plane, Nikki? Like, what are you doing, Jasmine? Or whatever the fuck.
But Nikki and Jasmine can't come up with enough smarts to produce whatever the fucking parents, whatever the parent or the dad or whoever it was that had to do it.
Right. No, that's absolutely.
They get to fuck off and be idiots.
Right. Right.
I get it.
Right.
Get it? No. A little, whatever, some Botox, tits, whatever.
Yeah, Botox.
Get on fucking, and be cute. And
right. Taking that weight loss drug, whatever that's called.
We're going to talk to a real ex-comic. Just putting things in his ass.
I'm so obsessed. He said that he wanted to make toilet wine.
Dude, make sure you call my driver.
All right, wait. Hold on. Everyone, hold on. Let's play the King Salmon theme song. Okay.
If you
King
guys
Salmon,
noticed-
wait. Shh. King Salmon has something to say. Go ahead.
Have you guys noticed that, like, they literally are talking shit about this guy while they're talking to him? They're talking like, that blunder of a thing you did, that blunder of a fire thing. We don't want to talk about
one of them.
Like, they're talking literal shit to this guy while they're like praising him. They're like backhanded, like,
one of them
backhanded compliments.
One of them is she keeps on shooting darts at him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
She's trying to pull it off of. She's trying to make it funny and like picking on him.
Right. She's like the edgy one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She's
almost like if I don't. She gets lost in the conversation and is like, "Oh, I better throw like a sharp one."
But I feel like you were like picked on as a kid. Like, were you bullied?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are your parents like? Oh, they're middle class. They're real estate developers in New York. You know how good that is as parents. You know, Real estate developers turn out really good kids. Remember the?
Hey, Sean, just want to.
All right.
Like he was palming something.
Oh, he's palming. He's palming some toilet wine.
With pomade.
I'd like lie like I did to investors or whatever, and then obviously
All right.
going to jail.
We're running out of time. Go to 1742. This is where he talks about dating and his prison girl. He had a fifi.
It was crazy. I think she's really like on the come up, like, you know, doing in the middle of the rebrand. Yeah. Like she's, okay. She doesn't have time for relationships, but you had a girlfriend the whole time while you were locked up.
She was awesome.
Are you guys still together?
I don't like I'm seeing her. Yeah, she's around, so she's great.
I mean,
what does that mean? I'm seeing her. Does that mean you're also seeing other people?
No, but she's great. She's around. Like we'll see where things go. But
she waited for you for 4 years.
Dude, stop right there.
Yeah.
Dude, if you hear a man say publicly, she's great. And we'll see where this goes. She's around. She's here. She's there. That means that he's trying to figure out what's the next hottest chick than you.
The chick fucking was with him for 4 years. She's around.
I mean, she's here. You know, she's a great girl. She's a good girl. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it develops. You know how good I am.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything about this guy, right there.
I promise you that the kind of sex that this guy has involves feet and humiliation against him. Like, I promise you. I really do. She's good. We'll see how it develops. You know how it is. Here and there. You know, she's a good girl. All right, go please.
I met her on bail after FYRE, so she got the brunt end of the stick there.
And she still decided to stick around.
Yeah, she stuck around for jail, which is crazy. That was cool.
Yeah.
She wants that K-1 visa.
I had a boyfriend get locked up when I was like 16, and he got sentenced to 5 years. And I stayed with him for like a little bit of it, and then I was like, fuck. I think like a year and a half.
Okay, everybody lasts for like a year and they're gone. Like I saw all the other guys, like wives and girlfriends.
Yeah.
So,
all just slowly disappear.
It's always at that year mark and the guy comes back all depressed.
What happened was, I honestly would have probably stayed,
so hard.
But it was that while he was locked up, I like found out that he had cheated on me with all these girls. So it was kind of like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? I was like, this is
What the fuck is that? Holy shit. This is how
It's the most worst shit ever.
rich people talk about prison.
Yeah.
People who don't know anything about it, not really under the system. The system's a big joke to them.
Really don't care.
Don't even
It's
care.
entertainment.
Right. This guy knows how all the women deal with guys in
And
prison.
he knows everything about prison.
Oh, 1 year, right?
Right,
Right.
guys. Yeah, and that's when they come back bummed down. But didn't happen to me, you know.
Dude,
It's cool. It's cool.
yeah, dude. And notice that he's like, how long did they last? And then when she said how long she lasted, that's how everyone else lasted. Oh, yeah, because it's usually about a year. That's straight up con 101. You let the other person supply the details, and then you act like that's how it is everywhere, and they think you know some shit. Go to 22. Because at a 22:17, he talks about his time in solitary confinement. I think this is really important.
The following content
Will it let you get past
Maybe they invited him prior to everything coming out.
Why would he be invited prior to FYRE Festival? You were not invited.
Because he was already shelling out a lot of money.
That you weren't invited to the Met Gala?
Never like, I took someone's like verbal, hey, like they had been a big sponsor, like, hey, like,
they were scamming you.
And then like, hey, you should come type of thing. Like, oh, great, I can come. And now I can invite people too. I was like, so I was wrong. And
I think
I
you were
was guilty.
scammed. I don't think you were ever invited.
Yeah, I was fucked up though in the bill. And then like, it took time and like, it took the first stint in solitary confinement to realize like, I was totally lost my path and I need to reset. But yeah, I was guilty and certainly.
So you found God in solitary confinement.
I don't know if I found God. I think.
What do you do in solitary?
Found my moral compass that I kind of lost, and like
that's the thing about solitary. It's like it really just forces you to like look at yourself, see yourself for who you really are.
What the?
This bit? What is this fucking chick?
That's what it does.
See, now this is a perfect example of people being so fucking detached that they're going to start telling you their opinion of what they think something is, but they're going to deliver it in a fashion like they think they might really know.
There was no equivocation in her discussion of what solitary confinement does to a person. There was like, no, I heard this. There was no.
She straight was like, this is what it does.
This is what it does to you. It forces you to look at your demons.
Oh, really?
I found my moral compass. The guy found his moral compass up his ass. It was lodged up his motherfucking ass.
I found my moral compass.
I was wrong.
It was fucking, I locked it in the fucking, it was in the trunk. I was digging around my ass and I found it, man. Like, where was the moral compass, right?
I found my moral compass. It was pointing straight to hell.
Stuck in between my toes this whole time. I didn't even know.
Everything's good now. I'm all better.
Right. I located it. I did the work to locate it. Now I have it.
Now I know.
Oh, thank God, babe.
I mean, thank the Lord I found that.
Say a prayer, babe.
And the whole time, it was right underneath my nose. I just didn't know it. This guy's an idiot, man.
Dude, you would be so good as to have him, like, you know, be taken for a little ride. You know what I mean?
Listen to Chuman. You know, I'd be really good at getting him for a little ride.
Yeah, all this tough talk and have him go out and meet some folks and see how he handles things. All right, that's solid.
If Chuman, if Chuman ever does develop a real game, and you go into the world, man, there would be a part where like, every time you get out of hand, Chuman, you'd be going for a ride with the boys, Chuman.
Dude,
you go off to some little shack in the middle of nowhere, and there's a chair sitting there, right? And they're gonna torture you and all that, and that would be his guy, you know, because he's always talking about it. Hey, I'd like to take them for a little ride. Imagine taking him for a ride. Have him get in the car. You're sitting there, big luck. You're just sitting there. You don't even have to say anything, bro. You're just sitting in the back seat.
Right.
Smoking a cigarette with the sunglasses on. You got lepke there. Oh, I bet you guys, when you put one arm around him.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
drive up.
Yeah,
He got a whole thing with the
Diablo's in the front.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's looking back and just
have a little conversation, a little drive. When you come back, you're going to have a whole different attitude now. Look on things.
Honestly, I feel like you just said what would be a fantastic reality show. Take big talk people, they're friends, right? Nominate a big talk friend of theirs that's been talking mad shit, have them get in a car, and then set up a scenario that just keeps getting worse and worse. Kind of like Spy TV or one of those things where nothing actually happens, but it just keeps getting worse and worse, and everything gets scarier and scarier. They get taken to a shack, you know, they see like a stump with a giant saw in it, right? With red splotches all around. Right, you know, chair. One of the guys, like Diablo, starts rolling up the guy's pant leg real slow. It's fucking right below the knee, you know. Start sharpening the saw. I feel like that would be really entertaining. But then again, maybe I'm fucked up.
Maybe did you eat gummies?
No,
tonight
I
or no
might be
gummies?
real
You're doing that on the natural.
No, I just think. Wait.
Hey, he's had just about enough of that old
I know,
blood.
he didn't like that. Hey, listen, wait, before we go there, he's going to address the innocent. 2730, okay? He found his moral compass.
Yeah.
Now he's going to address the innocent. I still think that would be the
2730?
Yeah, ish. Try to go before.
It's not up to me what the senses were. And like, to me, it was too long. Some days, other days, it's like, I deserved every second of this. So yeah, I'm just trying to come to terms with it for sure.
Can you look into the camera and just address the innocent people of the Bahamas that were scammed?
Yeah. So we've been having a lot of conversations the past few months. Like, sorry guys, you know, I love you, and we're working on it. And like, I have mandated restitution like here in the US, but I think that, as a lot of you guys know, if you don't know, getting you paid back in the next couple of months, count me to that as a priority. So working on it now.
How much do you owe in reparations to the Bahamas?
I think it's around 300,000.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's like, I think like this is
How are
something.
you going to scam that?
Yeah.
How are you going to make 300,000?
We need this Ja Rule fight to go down.
All right,
Wouldn't it have been amazing if we called you here today and then we also...
So do you think...
And we also had Ja Rule here?
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
That's where she's going. Hey, so what do you think? Did that sound like, hey guys, we've been talking about it. We feel real bad. We're working on it. You know?
It sounded like Trump.
It's Yeah, and guess what? Trump is the son of a New York real estate developer. What did that tell you?
Landlord bullshit. Fucking.
Well, this exceeded my expectations, Big Lex. I got to honestly tell you.
Oh.
I didn't know how you'd respond. I knew you'd feel something. I knew this would hit you in a certain way, and I think that you would be able to speak to some things that I think people that listen to shit like that need to hear.
I appreciate you doing the work on it because you had it all queued up. So you did all the homework on it. Listen, I watched this documentary and it was entertaining, but I remember during the documentary me even being like, that's a bunch of clowns running around in the documentary, you know, like bozos, man. Like, especially all, and it was funny, dude, because it was a bunch of rich kids that all got burned. I mean, I was laughing. Not at the part that, you know, some of these innocent people will get burned, but you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Anyways, hey, you guys, vibes in the house, baby. Vibes drops and vibes rolling papers. One of our main sponsors, also Alien CBD and Bolt CBD. Okay, you guys are sponsors here. Cookies at Cookies SF. Big Burn, shout out. Supermax, www.supermaxhardware.com. Check us out. And big shout out to the whole Cookies fam and the Soul Assassins, Esteban Oriol and the rest of the guys. Oh, Enzo's Pizzeria?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. They make this eggplant Parmesan sandwich that's fantastic. We can't get enough of it.
It'll help you find your moral compass.
They're our sponsor, but we didn't have it tonight. But we're trying to get it for next week.
Right.
And then I think that's it. So I'm going to pass it on to Mike.
Just want to say what's up to Supermax Hardware. Also give them a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to my mom and pops, even though my mom's got a broken hip. She's healing better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big prayers out to your mom,
say a
brother.
prayer, babe.
And I'm just taking care of her, me and my sister. And just shout out to all y'all who's listening, Mr. and Mrs. Edbuds, and all the animals out there, and all the guys in the crew. Much love to y'all, man. I'm glad and I'm happy for what you guys do. You guys kick ass as usual, and you're going to the top as usual.
Thank you.
Word up.
Thank you.
Did he just say all the animals?
He said all the animals, and he said Mr. and Mrs. Edbuds.
Yeah, Mrs. Edbuds. Airbuds.
Is that Chaka Khan?
Sean at movemental.media for all your audio podcasts and news. Don't forget to hit us up at www.hardluckshow.com.
Anybody else?
Matt, what are you doing, dude? Get in there, salmon.
Head over to dragonbags.com with a Z for all your cornhole bag needs. Check out Poppin' Patches and Beyond Dragon on my Instagram.
And purple beard oil.
Oh, yeah. Pulpo beard oil.
Schmitty says purple beard oil.
Head in cornhole, head over cornhole. It just all
Dive
sounds
right
so.
in.
What do you
It
got?
sounds
dude?
so like porno.
It does.
You
got
know?
anything?
Yeah, dragging my bags all
You
over.
got it?
Dragon balls, yeah, Dragon Balls.
Schmitty.
Avonda
And I
Bowen,
like
LLP, we are embracing the court. Tom Rocks by best.
Legal representation. That money
can
can buy.
We are out of here from the Hard Luck Show.
Hasta la vista.
purple beard oil.
I was a big youngster. Say that when we were making burritos and we had our own little baby kitchen. I was a big youngster. Say that when we were making burritos.
Hey, the